Hey, how's it going? Welcome to News Acc, Friday, 3rd December 2021. We're looking at the papers. First up, New York Times picture from Brazil, where desertification is proceeding rapidly because of deforestation, over-farming and using clay to make tiles. Over on the right, Omicron, COVID. Down here, supply chain issues. Beside that story with the Afghan embassy in America, which is loyal to a government that no longer exists. Wall Street Journal, Omicron travel rules. Down here, Sleepy Joe to revive a Trump asylum policy known as Remain in Mexico. You can guess what that means. During his campaign, Sleepy Joe described it as dangerous and inhumane. The times change, don't they, Joe? USA Today, abortion, Omicron, crime, Daily News, Omicron, New York Post, School of Clock. Pretty funny pun about a gun that was found in a school, and then they brought in a metal detector, found loads of shiny, sharp objects like knives, someone think of the children. National Post from Canada, there's a still from the new Broadway musical about the life of Vladimir Putin. In this act, he's about to invade Ukraine, so stay tuned. Grandma from Cuba, picture from Fidel's grave, people still paying homage to the greatest leader of the revolution Cuba will probably ever see. Down the bottom, quote from the man himself, fighting for a utopia is in part building it. Yes, thank you, Fidel. Star of South Africa, true crime. Jerusalem Post, nuclear deal talks must be halted, says Bennett. I guess the Israelis are getting worried that there'll be an agreement from the Iranian nuclear talks and people will see through the Iranian nuclear threat for the lying fake news that it is. The Hindu, Omicron, Australian, true crime, Global Times, usual anti-America stuff. Down here, picture Antony Blinken and Sergei Lavrov having a discussion during the interval of the Broadway musical about the life of Vladimir Putin where he invades the Ukraine. Irish Examiner, amnesty for up 17,000 migrants. Okay, Ireland going to let undocumented migrants apply for settled status. The only problem is it'll cost €700 for a family to apply, which if you've been excluded from the labour market is very hard money to come by, and it won't actually guarantee you a place either. In the article it says that it's hoped that this will boost Ireland's chances to be able to help the undocumented Irish in America, of which there are between 10 and 50,000. So quid pro quo as always. Irish Times, curbs coming back because of COVID, tax receipts surged to €62 billion. Okay, that's at least 2% of the national debt, so love to see that. Up the top, why do men continually pursue relationships with younger women? Don't know if that's about the Maxwell trial, but could very well be. Irish Daily Mail, books, curbs for Christmas. There's Meghan, wife of Harry, niece of Prince Andrew, still want for question regardless if she paedophile billionaire Francis Jeffrey Epstein did not kill himself, RIP. She's in the papers because she sued one of the papers who published a letter she wrote to her father, and the courts agreed that this was private information and shouldn't have been published, so she got a settlement out of it. She's happy, the paper's not happy because, won't be able to sell people's private information to sell newspapers. Irish Sun, celebs, true crime, Belfast Telegraph, human interest, Christmas, the Herald from Scotland. Some kind of uproar over sexually explicit census questions for kids. I read into it, didn't seem too bad. It was census being given out to kids from the age of 14 and up, and it kind of asked them were they sexually active and how many sexual partners that they had and this type of thing, different attitudes towards sex. So the prude right at it again. Financial Times, football, Saudi Arabia agrees to raise oil supply after US charm offensive. I guess that headline could have said Saudi Arabia agrees to raise oil supply after America turns the other way regarding human rights abuses and the war in Yemen, which has killed hundreds of thousands of innocent women and children. Guardian, picture of a young lad there who was murdered last year. The accused are up in court, RIP. Above that, big news story, blow for Keir Starmer's biggest union backer cuts funding for Labour. So the Unite Union, they're only going to pay them £1 million now in affiliation fees, but the other £3 or £4 million each year they would have given them, they're not going to give them because they think they're shite. And they are shite, they're basically the Tories and they're useless. The Times, there's that young lad again, RIP. Omicron, Meghan story, Russia. Daily Telegraph, Europe's Omicron panic is killing liberty, says Fraser Nelson. Alright, mate. Meghan Markle's story, Independent, 4 stories on the top. Stockpiling, COP26, Matt Hancock, the Oscars, the human interest story there about refugees who haven't been allowed settled status in Britain. Daily Express, Boris Blast, bah humbug, cancel Christmas Brigade. Well, it's that time of year again, Christmas getting dragged into the culture wars. Normally this happens every year anyway. People say, oh, you can't say Merry Christmas anymore because it offends people. But this year it's getting dragged in for different reasons because of the lockdown and the possible restrictions on movement. So it seems like you're either pro-Christmas, no restrictions, or if you want restrictions to curb the spread of the deadly virus, then you're anti-Christmas. And you certainly don't want to be anti-Christmas, not in this climate, okay? Daily Mail, big thing about Meghan giving out, story down there about that young lad who died. Daily Mirror, that young lad who died, make your mind up on Christmas. It says, message to the Tories, that's actually a message to the readers, make your mind up on Christmas. Are you pro-Christmas or are you anti-Christmas? iNewspaper, people have deleted the COVID app, okay, so they're worried about contact tracing and not knowing how many people have the virus. Meghan story again, Metro, maskless forced to pay up. That's people getting fines for not wearing masks yesterday on the tube because they brought it back in. Daily Star, shortage of Santas, okay, another front on the war on Christmas, not enough Santas to go around. We all know there's only one Santa, okay, that's the truth. One news story not mentioned here is that the Chief Justice in the Assange case, Chief Justice Ian Burnett, is a close personal friend of Sir Alan Duncan. It just came out recently. Sir Alan Duncan was the foreign minister who arranged Assange's eviction from the Ecuadorian embassy, and in his diaries, Sir Alan Duncan referred to the supposed human rights of Julian Assange, and he also admitted to arranging a Daily Mail hit piece on Assange the day after he was arrested in 2019, which had lots of fake, lying news crap in it about various things Assange did in the embassy. Assange is still in the maximum security Belmarsh prison for 2 years, 7 months and 22 days now and counting, without fair trial or due process. If you want to stay off corporate, state, social media for the day, just click the link in the description. Alright, thanks, good luck.